about improving your game, getting into a good spot.
What's going to happen is I'm kind of going to split guys up in terms of what I've seen. And you guys will play like 3-minute quarters, right?
I'll just give you my tryout speech right now. All right, this is a tryout. You're here to show us what you got.
Young man, I'm telling you, I'm very big on being transparent. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, right? You guys don't have to think, oh, he's playing a mind game. No, I'm not. Splitting the guys. Like you guys are just have your hand down. Obviously, you guys are going to be on one side, and then some of the other guys I'm going to shuffle over there, and then the guys I'm taking a look at, I'm going to shuffle on one side too. And I'm just kind of shift you guys around depending on what I like and what I see. You guys understand?
Don't hold back. Okay. The second part of that is only one guy can score. All right. So what are the other 9 guys doing on the court?
Cutting, talking,
Right.
rebounding.
We're looking for rebound. We're looking for communication. We're looking for those gritty guys.
So I took my kids to a really cool thing. Shout out to Coach Barnes at Cal State Bakersfield. We went down there for a one-day camp. Brought only my youth guys and one of my high school guys, Micah, and we had a really good time. They did some great drills. The atmosphere was real cool. His dad is really cool peoples, man. Shout out to Barnes Sr. Really enjoyed meeting him or seeing him again. That was the first time I met him. And the boys overall had a good time. I think it was really cool is having the parents there too, so they could really see how a college practice function, especially at the D1 level. Just seeing how simplistic the drills were, but how effective they were, how organized the camp was. It wasn't too many kids, but it wasn't too little. And watching the kids play 5-on-5, it was really cool. Kean hit a game winner, so that's always fun to see. And legitimately, the coaches are actually interested in Kean. There's a lot of things will show, and probably you're seeing in this episode. And as much as I'm enthusiastic about basketball and love talking about it, you know, I want to really talk to you guys and really get you to understand how much it deeps it runs for me.
I'm never really nervous to speak. And I'm not nervous to speak my mind for those who know me, especially kids that coach.
Recently, I lost a player, foster son, you know, a kid I helped raise, Anthony Williams, who was a star basketball player here in Rockland. He played at Whitney High School.
We played basketball together sophomore year at Whitney. I just saw all those good traits about him.
And then he ended up playing at Indercombe High School in Atomas. And, you know, we had his memorial service, his funeral service, and he passed away in April, actually like a few weeks before his birthday. He was about to turn 19.
He's always telling me a joke, like Ken said. I mean, always listening to music, always making music. It's just, I love Anthony, honestly. Yes. And I'm just sad to see him go, but yeah, that's all I got.
Include the link to the newscast in the description, so if you want to kind of check it out or see his story, you know, shout out to his sister and his family who are grieving and like myself and dealing with this. My UA team that's on the circuit, those are Anthony's teammates. Those are guys he knew, grew up with them, Malik Rose, Matt Schroeder, Jay Nurtado, Elijah. He played at Whitney with those guys. Losing him hit everybody hard. It hit the club hard. You know, it hit me hard. You know, it's still something I'm working through and grieving through. Some days are better than others. What I've learned, though, is, you know, through the resilience of basketball, it really does create family. I say this term all the time, you know, hashtag basketball makes family. It's become a universal language, you know, regardless of background, race, socioeconomic status. Everybody can find this common ground in this game that's played in 94 feet. It's the reason you're here to listen to my story, right? So through the service, through the course of it, you saw so many people give love to me and reach out to me and come to the memorial service. It was at least 300 to 400 plus people, news cameras, the whole nine.
Sitting in front of all you makes it real for me. And I hate that. I don't want this to be real. I want him to walk through that door and say he did it for fucking TikTok or something. Because he's the type of kid that would do this.
Lets me know the impact that the sport has and pushing through it for my team and then going on the circuit. We've been using it as motivation to keep going. I got shirts made. Like a lot of sports, in my biased opinion, basketball in general can really bring out the best in people in the community. It can be a rallying cry for a lot of things. Whether it be social change, regardless of your ideology of Black Lives Matter and things like that, whether it can be to help kids in poverty, whether it can be a way to equalize the collegiate system, because we all know, you know, collegiate sports help to regulate and equalize now to even to where it's evolved now with the NCAA having to acknowledge these kids need to get paid. They're not, you know, just youth athletes. You know, the hypocrisy of that's been kind of null and void to create different platforms like Overtime and Ball is Life, and all this. Basketball has become the catalyst of a lot of ventures and a lot of success for a lot of people, and it's something beautiful in that. With Anthony's passing, it showed even more so how much this sport can rally a community in love and support of his young life.